Oh, snap. Look at that. We're live. Hi, everyone. I like how, we kick over and you all get real quiet. And just a second ago, we were talking about how we all wanted to fist fight Santa.
I mean,
fist.
It's hard to come off of that one.
Yeah, fist or fight.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, welcome. We're going to be doing the DragonBane Quickstart Adventure Riddermound. And yeah, I don't know. So far, checking it out. I've been digging the system. Oh, can I even find it quick enough? Kickstarter. Oh, it's spelled funny. Yes, that's it. There you go. If you haven't checked it out.
Like it's not even an American game or something.
Right? If you haven't backed it, there's the link in the chat. Go check it out. Back it. At least go check out the, they got the quick start PDFs things. I even put in the right address. Look at that. I'm on top of things today.
My
I have no idea. I'm really just scatterbrained like every other day. So let's just get into this shit. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Chuck.
Who are you playing today?
Me? Well, thanks for asking, Chuck. I'm playing Orla Moonsilver. She is her kin. She's an elf. She's a hunter. She carries with her a fang from the troll that apparently slew her sister. It's a very tragic backstory. Yeah. And yeah, she's got it's interesting because she has inner peace, so that's not me. So I'm not good at that. But she does have animal kinship, and I'm decent with animals, so I think it works out. Right. But yeah, hunter type, ranger type is kind of what it seems like with her.
Nice, very cool. Yeah. John.
Yeah. So hey there, folks. I'm Makander of Halfbay, a mallard, and I'm a knight. Younger son of a baron, and my brother, he's gonna get the seat, but he sucks. So yeah, I'm out here doing things, being noble. Sometimes I get a little angry. It's okay. Makes me better.
Yeah, that's how it is. And I do want to point out, everyone wanted to play Makander. Like, everyone wanted to be the duck. So earlier today, and it's amazing everyone got flights out as quick as they did. Everyone flew to Kansas, and we had a big battle royale, and John won. So yeah, John, that's why he gets to play Makander.
Sucker punching son of a bitch.
No, I use the power of my lactose intolerance to my benefit.
He's got those Steven Seagal moves.
Yeah,
I do.
The lazy wrist locks. And Jeff used the slow acting poison.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You should have gone with
I
the
don't know
fast
if John's going to be okay next week. This could be
It's okay.
could be a rough week for you, man.
It is worth it though.
So yeah,
Tastes
tune in next
fine,
week
though.
for our casting call.
Hmm.
All right, swing it on down.
Thirsty.
Dan, who did you get?
I got Chrysana the Bold, the halfling thief who's apparently been in and out of prison and likes to steal things. Lots of things.
Just like the real life Dan.
Yeah, pretty much. Except apparently I'm not good at it if I've been in prison, so just like real life Dan. No.
Yeah. Bert.
I am playing Baston Bloodjaw, the Wolfkin warrior. I've decided he is French because he loves his immaculately tailored and pressed clothing and wears a lot of perfume.
Yeah.
Oui.
In last night's game, they decided to rename Baston to Gaston, and so they were just playing as Gaston.
That's brilliant.
It was good. It was good.
That's awesome.
And Jeremy.
Baston is not the best at everything, but Baston, he smell good.
There you go. Who you got, Jeremy?
I am Meister Aeon. I both love and fear the fire, and I am traveling with these fine men, hoping to burn things and learn.
That's totally fair. I gotta find out. There's something. I didn't get Bert's picture lined up.
Orla and Chrysana will assume you meant people, I imagine.
I mean, what else?
Perhaps you should learn proper gender assignments and start there, old man.
I've
Your
heard that when you
eyes-
get to a certain age, you just don't notice things like that anymore.
Oh, don't worry. He
Like the
doesn't notice me
cataracts.
emptying his pockets a lot either. So
What?
Okay.
Where'd my diary go? Don't read it.
Don't read my diary. Yeah, so you all are a band of adventurers. You've been traveling together for a while. Very easy setup in the Quick Start adventure, and I appreciate that. And you've heard rumors of this ancient burial site, ancient crypt by the name of Riddermound. And it's rumored to be riches in there. The highlight of it, the piece de la resistance, or however you say that French shit, is a crown, an ancient golden bedazzled crown that's just worth hella cash. And so, dang it, I like tacos. No, Jeff, there's no taco stands.
That sounds wonderful, but I could really go for a taco right now.
Rocks fall.
TPK.
So yeah, you've all been traveling to Riddermound, looking to plumb the depths and get some coin.
Taco.
Yeah, your journey finally leads you here. As you're coming up, you see this hill crowned by these tall standing stones, rising in a glade in the middle of a forest. It's very quiet, eerily quiet almost. But you do, as you're all kind of moving up towards it, you do notice the faint but very pungent stink, a putrid stench like rotting veggies. And I'll turn it over to all of you.
These
Being a
putrid.
hunter. Ola being a hunter, of course, traveling through a forest. Well, I want to try to get a sense of her surroundings, see what might actually be the source of this rotted, putrid smell, and if there are any animals in the area.
Sure. This is going to be a survival test. First one, just a D20. Roll at or under your survival score, and then tell us if you passed or not, because I didn't put the
Certainly.
dice thing.
And I think what I'll also do is just because it's a one shot, I will tap into my animal kinship ability, activate it. It is 3 willpower points, so I can get a boon on this roll.
Nice.
Roll
Very
twice.
Yeah, you'll
Take the
roll
better.
twice. Take the more favorable result. Oh,
I think the crit is the more
that
favorable.
is certainly is. So you rolled a dragon, which is the equivalent of their critical success here. Yeah, as you kind of move up, taking in the sights, checking the ground for tracks, you find quite a bit of things that kind of feed you information. There's been a lot of traffic here. Recently. And in the center of this hill, this mound that's, crowned, encircled with these standing stones, is this large stone slab that's been pushed aside. So the first thing you notice is there's a slab pushed aside. You kind of take a peek at it, and you can see that there's a shaft descending down into the darkness. But as you're kind of moving around taking these things in, I point that out because there's a lot of tracks, and these tracks are all going into this shaft. And it looks like a day or so would have passed because the depth, the wear and tear, erosion shit. Most of these then left. Aaron, thank you for that sub. That is
They came and went.
And when you say prince, booted?
Yes, that's what I was going to
yeah,
wonder. Is there a
so-
possibility to determine source of these?
Yeah, Orla, yeah, you would be able to pick that up as well. There's a few animal prints, and looking at it, they seem like wolf prints. Not many, but there's like a couple wolves here. But you see a lot of small humanoid prints. Some of them wearing ragged looking rough shoes, other ones barefoot. You have a few suspicions on what it could be, but as you're going around, you kind of see that it looks like they maybe set up camp here for a bit. It looks like they did pack up everything and leave, but the thing that really gives it away is there are kind of on the far edge outside of the standing stones. That's where they use the bathroom, and you're able to very easily find that there is a decent amount of goblin droppings, along with some wolf scat here and there. And it's the goblin shit that's really giving off that terrible pungent smell.
Really, Orla?
I-
You have to taste it.
Want to say,
I want to be sure. It is part of the profession.
yeah, last night at this part, someone also tasted the goblin.
This is how it works. Just because
Yeah.
Just because you are uncomfortable with it doesn't mean it is not a way of collecting useful information. Now we know there are goblins, there are wolves,
Kind of guessed.
some number.
And there's shit.
Yeah.
Goblins and wolves, there's bound to be shit, of course.
Yeah. But since you did roll a dragon on here, another thing, yeah, it looks like, they showed up, they were here for a bit, set up camp, went in, and then very hastily, it seems like they left. They had like a small like fire pit that's still there, didn't do anything to it. You can see the signs that were sleeping mats, but they didn't. Everything was very hasty. Like maybe you can find some bits of food or scrap here and there.
So Chuck,
they fled.
lore-wise. Oh, sorry.
No, just I just want to make sure I understand. Like they fled. Like it looks like they fled something.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
okay. All right. Okay, go ahead.
So lore-wise, are goblins considered to be civilized, much like the drakes and the wolfkin, or are they considered to be monsters in this setting?
Off the top of my head, I don't know for the setting since it is a quick start. They do have a reputation of being very chaotic and out for themselves, not afraid to loot and steal. But just, you see a goblin doesn't
Sounds like a player
necessarily mean-
character, though.
Could be, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of Orla. You knocked that roll out of the park by rolling a dragon. So you got a lot of information off of that. But yeah, looks like they descended into the shaft where they moved this large stone slab.
I'm gonna look down the shaft.
Yeah, I mean, if you move up, you look down, it's, not real large. I mean, like 3 to 4 feet by 3 to 4 feet, straight down into darkness. No signs of a rope or a ladder or anything. And looking down, it's dark enough that you can't really see what's down there.
Got a torch and a rope. We can just kind of lower the torch down slowly, and,
Sure.
An excellent idea.
Yeah. So if you take a moment, you tie the rope to the torch, you light the torch, and you gently lower it down. It goes 15 to 20 feet down. And eventually you see that it's kind of opens up into a chamber as the torch lowers down to what looks like a packed earth floor. And you can see with this light, and Orla, you would kind of know what you're looking for at this point. You can see there's tracks, definitely the goblins seems like they were down here.
so they got down there without falling to their deaths.
Well, they seem to have tracks suggesting they escaped or they fled of some kind. So it appears that way.
Oh, snap. Aaron, thank you for buying those subs. That's fantastic, man. I appreciate that.
So is the smell stronger here by the hole, or is
No.
it? No. Okay.
No, they definitely in Orla, you would be able to very much confirm that the funk is, where they were
Whatever
using the
smell is
bathroom.
here simply because I carried it with me. Let me throw that away. There we go.
I got a little confused.
Yes. Yes, that is your default position, I think.
Listen, Buster.
Yeah.
No, this is all unnecessary. Let's plunge ourselves deeper into the shaft.
Sure.
You can always just
Let's do what the old man says.
tie the rope off on one of the rocks or something and just shimmy up and down.
That's not a problem. Is that what you want to do?
I won't have any more rope after that, though.
I'll go
Seems
first.
we just
Well, if you want to save your rope, I have an idea. Now that we've seen the layout of it, I'll simply call forth a pillar of earth, which can traverse up to 10 meters, which is more than enough to take care of this. The earth will rise up, we'll stand upon it, and just lower ourselves down.
Smart, yeah. Go ahead. You just got to roll to make sure that you cast the spell.
Okay.
Smart until the old man dies in the hole and we don't have a way to get back out.
Yeah. All right. I gotta get under
I
a
will toss
14.
you.
I got a 4.
Yeah.
With a rope.
And a success.
So yeah, Aodan, yeah, you easily conjure up a pillar and it kind of comes up to the level and you can ride it back down like an elevator. That's a very smart way to handle that.
That's pretty neat.
We got a question. Oh, John got it. Two willpower to cast that spell.
2 willpower.
So yeah, are you all riding this thing down like an elevator? Any other preparation you want to take beforehand?
I got sword and shield out. Ready.
Sure.
Does someone have a torch out, light of some kind?
I do.
Excellent. If that's the case, then I'll have bow and arrow ready.
Sure. And I made a map. And
My long
Chrisana,
spear, and I have my short spear.
Chrisana has a torch, so I've activated the light on her.
I'll simply grip my shaft tightly within the shaft.
I notice you're. Oh, I'm not gonna say it.
It's up
yeah.
the staff, you see.
It's
You find yourself lower down
Using and lowering
into
the
a this dome-shaped chamber, beaten earth, packed dirt for a floor. You look up in the darkness above, and you can see the shaft, like this dim light, kind of coming down through it. In the north wall, you see the set of double oak doors with these iron fittings. And there's this big silver symbol that stretches across the two doors. And then on each side of the door are these, antiquated like knights in their armor, like statues, kind of standing guard on either side of the door.
Is any of the heraldry familiar?
Why don't you roll me a learning test?
Aha!
And, I'll try that too.
Sure, go for it.
The skin of my teeth, meeting it at 14.
Oh yeah. So
Ooh, I got it.
Aodan, McCander, yeah, you pick up that the symbol to stylized crown from a very ancient times, very old, from the area you're in, the Misty Vale, was ruled over by a dragon worshipping kingdom. So they, dragon kings worshipping dragons, that kind of thing. So that's very ancient.
Everyone worships the snakes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks like, yeah, you all did pretty decent. Yeah, but as you're kind of checking out the symbols on the door, you do kind of also notice, you kind of move up to take a look at it, that the door is cracked open ever so slightly, not enough to like let your torchlight through, but it's not closed all the way.
Signs of the tracks of these goblins and wolves down here as well.
Yeah,
Just to
give
be
me
sure.
spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
Sana?
Spot hidden. I don't think that is something I am particularly good at.
Yeah, I'd say if I can get my
Well,
game,
since
I can help
specifically you
out.
called out the tracks, I'll let you do survival on this, and then Chrisana, if you want to do spot hidden.
Okay. Let me try and
So
Good on
game
the survival.
browser.
The pass and survival.
yeah. So yeah, same thing. You can very clearly see that these tracks, they're down here. And it looks like they go through the door, and it actually looks like as you're kind of like inspecting the door, looks like they like pried it open, like maybe it was locked or latched or something like that, and they just forced the door open. That's why it didn't close all the way. But they were down here. They definitely moved back in. Another thing that you notice on that roll is you very clearly can see tracks going in, kind of loitering, moving around. The tracks leaving are very direct. And you do see the occasional speckle of blood intermingled with it.
They appear to have left injured. Something in here has harmed them.
Yeah.
Left it. Some
Perhaps the
expedience.
door was trapped.
Very
That's
interesting.
why I'm saying. Prathana, why don't you do your thing?
Yes, sorry. I have the game loaded again.
This is not
I
a
don't-
game, Prasanna. This is our lives. Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Dangers afoot.
game. Your lives are a game to me. No.
You know what? I want to throw one more thing on there, Orla, that you pick up.
Gosh, seriously.
Searching, you see the tracks. Sure, yeah. You see a little bit of blood. You do see some droppings, bat droppings. Some
Bats,
guano.
you say?
And then
Interesting.
Prasanna, as you're kind of looking around, you find a crude dagger, kind of like buried half in the dust, almost like kind of slightly obscured. Very crude. Looks like goblin design. And it's got an odd kind of green tinge to like the edges of the blade that the dirt's kind of sticking to. You get a feeling it might be a poisoned blade.
I'll definitely like just tuck this right up under, my clothes so that way I can stab myself with it later.
Be sure to put that as close to skin as you can.
Yeah.
That's right. I might throw in like a bag or whatever I have for.
Sure. You can stow it. Easy
Ola
enough.
will collect some of the guano. It's a very useful substance, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gather up some. There is actually a decent amount now that you start looking for it.
Is this door safe to open?
Appear to currently be trapped. If it was, I believe the goblins have done us a kindness by springing it.
Yeah, I'll use my long spear to just kind of push it further open.
You give it a little push and it kind of stops. You realize it's a door that swings out, but you can then easily like use your spear to get in there and just kind of pop it open. The door squeaks open. Rusted hinges, not a problem. But Prasanna, continuing on with your spot hidden, you hear a few other squeaks kind of come back in response to that. And the thing is, you're looking towards the door, they're coming from behind you.
Oh, interesting.
You turn and look, and you know what? You did pass the spot hidden, so I'm not going to do anything there. So you look and you see that the ceiling is just lined with countless very large bats. They seem to be resting, but your activity, you can see they're starting to stir a little bit.
Quiet down, everyone. About to get pooped on.
What?
But we're going to get pooped on. By what?
Don't tell me you've never been pooped on before in your advanced age.
Oh, not without dinner first. This is rude. You won't poop on me?
I heard that culture. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Never mind.
Quiet.
The bats.
So yeah, do you all kind of quiet down at Prasanna's direction?
Best I can.
How big are these bats?
They're fairly large looking. You being a scout, you would know that these are large enough to be, vampire bats. Individually, they're nothing. But in a swarm, in a group this large, if they were to all get agitated and come after you, it could definitely be trouble.
And they're animals, right? They're
Yeah.
like I would know these as animals, not
Yeah.
monsters.
Let's just go through the door and close it behind us.
Quietly.
Yes.
I will go up very quietly towards one of the bats, and I will tap into my animal kinship ability.
Sure.
And I want to try to make it my pet. So,
It's exciting.
so when I use this ability to turn an animal, it can't be a monster. So if you say
Yes,
it's an
it
animal,
is an animal. Yes.
into my companion, it should take about like 15 minutes or so to kind of get it to sort of really whatever. Because I think a stretch is like 15 minutes,
Yes,
right?
that is correct. Yeah.
So I'll try to like just lure it down and kind of bring it into my, bring it and like kind of talk to it as we're kind of trying, like, yes,
Sure,
yes,
yeah.
yes, you'll return to your family soon enough. Don't
So
worry.
yeah, activating that 3 willpower. You have to roll
Mhm.
survival, and you get a boon with it. Is that correct or no?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
you can also-
actually.
okay.
There's 2 different ways for the
Yeah.
animal kinship to be used. This one doesn't require any roll. I just do it, and it takes time.
Sure. Yeah. You spend, we can hand wave 15 minutes. And it sounds fun. Yeah, you convince this bat to join forces with you.
His name is Bruce. Actually, he's explained that very thing to me. He was very squeaky, but I believe his ability to scout and look for could actually come in very handy, especially with his ability to fly about.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Mm.
Oh, I've got Bruce the bat on the map for you.
Excellent. Oh, Bruce, what have you been all my life?
Yes. In this cave.
Yeah. Now,
Yes, that's a fair point, Makanda. Yes.
Baston, you did open the door. It
Then
opens with no problem.
I'll go in first.
Yeah.
Sniffing the air.
Looking inside, you can see it on the map. It's a little bit of like a vestibule, like hallway, and you can see there's hall going left and a hall going right. Ahead is a circular room, and at the back of this room is a make sure I tell you the right words. Back of this room is there's this portcullis, barred door. You can see flickering light from behind it in the room beyond. But you also see 2 mummified guards with these rusted chainmail, long spears standing on either side of that portcullis door.
I'm sorry, what's holding the spears?
2 mummified looking guards.
I jab one just to make sure.
Sure, yeah. You can move your token, but yeah, you walk up to one
I'm following along behind.
and you give it a jab with your spear, and it just crumbles and collapses onto the ground.
What kind of spear is it?
It drops the spear, and it's just the stats of a regular spear. I think you've got one on your character sheet.
Yeah, I will take it as a backup.
Sure. Yeah, and each
is it
one
a
of
throwing
these
spear or a long
a
spear?
long spear. And each one of these has one of these spears.
And do the same to the other, just to make sure.
Yeah. And kind of when you move up to these 2, you're right next to that iron portcullis. And looking in, it's this room, lit torches lining the wall. There is a table in the center of it. And sitting at the head of this table is a mummified looking woman, but she's wearing very nice looking chainmail. And on across her lap is this very ornate looking bastard sword. And behind her is another oak door that matches with the same kind of silver crown symbol on it.
Does the portcullis look like it has been moved or opened recently?
Give me a spot hidden test.
Everything's just a D20 roll under your
Yep.
skill. Is that how it
D20
works?
roll under your skill.
Nope. Nope.
That's the wrong way,
demon.
Bert.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what poor guy?
I'll tell you what, you're inspecting
demon.
this portcullis, and I don't know what possessed you to do it. Like maybe you had like an old
Stick
nail.
my snout through it.
Yeah, no, you had like an old nail, and you're like, I wonder if it's locked because it's got a keyhole. And you shove like a nail in the lock just for a second, see if you can just wiggle it to jimmy it, and the nail gets stuck and breaks off in the lock.
What have you done?
Why would you do that?
Something possessed me.
No, don't be so harsh. Sometimes you have to wiggle it just a little bit.
Lockpicks.
But yeah, the
Alright.
rest of you,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if that happens, Chuck, break it off in there. Can I just grab it and just give it a good shake to see how strong it is?
yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't think. Yeah, this is just going to be a strength test.
Okay. Same thing, D20 under.
Yep. And since there's no direct skill tied to this, you'll be going against your actual strength score.
Okay. Yeah, well, make it.
Yeah, you give it a hearty shake just to see how much effort. And these things, they're strong, very strong iron. You think maybe if you spend a couple hours and a lot of effort, maybe you could force your way through it. But it's not going to be an easy task, and it's not going to be a quick task either.
Well, this has been a day. It's time to go back, I guess. No going forward now.
Chrisana, can you take a look and see if you can do anything about that lock?
I mean, there might be another way. I mean, there's corridors. Or I can try and look at the lock,
If you can
if it's redeemable or not.
use your pick
Yeah.
or something.
So, Chrisana, this is going to be a sleight of hand just to see if you can do anything with this lock. Orla, you said your bat can do scouting tests on your behalf, right?
Yes, at no additional cost.
Yeah, go ahead. Just give me a scouting test then.
Off you go, Bruce. Careful now. I know this is your home, but it seems there are others here. Right?
I'll actually.
That's a pass.
Okay.
11 under 12, I think.
It's a little bored at. I will spend the willpower so I can hopefully lockpick successfully.
Sure. Orla, you got Bruce kind of hanging out, fluttering around you. And all of a sudden it gives a very distressed sound.
What is it, Bruce?
And it kind of, you pick the sight up as it's kind of like flying in a direction and back to you. Not far though, as you see in the ceiling and like the rafters of this room covered in webbings, and you see a very large spider descending down behind Beston and Chrisana.
Beston! Christina, above you! And I will
Hold on, I'm busy.
shoot Christina in the back
Roll
of the
around.
head.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so I will alert everyone quickly.
Sure. So you alert
Get the bow
everyone.
ready.
And since you did that, I'm not going to do surprise for anyone on here. I'm gonna-
Maybe I don't alert Christina. I don't
okay,
know.
that's fair.
Nah, I'm just teasing.
So go to roll table. Can I show this to players? I can't. Yeah, go to the roll table tab. There's the initiative deck. Everyone just give a roll on the initiative deck.
I'm sorry, where is this?
Along the top icons, along the right, there's one that looks like 3 lines with a dot in front of each one.
Yeah, initiative deck. Okay.
Yeah.
And then just hit roll on that.
Yeah. All right. So Orla got a 5. Aodan got a 9. Chrisana got a 4. Let's see. Baston got a 2. And McCander got a 7. And then I need to see what the spider does. Speed 2. The spider gets 2 actions.
Oh dear.
Fast spider.
Don't worry, Bruce. I'm not having second thoughts. Bats are far superior to spiders.
I get a 6 and an 8.
You see how slow they are? You're good. Good, Bruce.
Okay. We begin combat. Baston, you hear the warning from Orla. You spin around and you look and you see this large spider descending from the ceiling coming towards you.
All right. So I'm up first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spin around and transfix it with my spear.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, you'll just look on your character sheet at your skills. Roll under your
Spears, probably.
spears. Yep. Roll under spears. And then your damage, if you're using your long spear, it's 2d8.
Oh, I miss.
Oh no. Yeah. Do you want to push that?
Is this another game that you can push, huh?
You can push. Now, if you push it, you will take. Let's see. Well, you can
A
pick
condition.
a condition, whatever condition you think would work. But the catch here is you will have Bane. You'll have disadvantage on any rolls, skill, attack, anything.
Oh, not worth it.
Okay.
No. But I
But
tell
it's
you
like
what.
attached to that that
stat.
specific attribute, right?
Yes.
So like you could pick a condition for an attribute that you're not really going to be rolling a lot of
Right.
skills on.
So you could take
know what I
the
mean?
angry, and you would have disadvantage on healing, or not healing, any intelligence based. But you don't have to.
No, I think I will pass. But I tell you what I will do is I will activate for the cost of 1 willpower seasoned fighter, meaning I keep my initiative.
Sure.
card.
Yeah. Very cool. You get to keep a 2. It's a very handy skill. Persona,
Yeah, that's cool.
how did you do on that lock picking test?
I passed.
So you're able to get this nail out, but this lock, it's rusted out beyond repair. Even if the nail hadn't been jammed in there, you don't think it would have gone to begin with. But you do get the call that there is a spider coming down behind you, and Baston just turned around and stabbed at it. What do you want to do?
Well, I feel like I'm unhappy, so I'm just going to turn around and throw a knife at it.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see how I do.
That'll be
That's all right.
throwing a knife. That'll be against your marksmanship.
Yes.
So yeah, 3 hits. And your damage on that, if I'm correct, your base damage is a D8, but you do have a D6 bonus to agility damage. So you roll a D8 and a D6.
All right. 6. Not bad.
7 damage. Let's see, it's right there. Okay, cool. Orla, you're up.
Smooth as can be. She'll turn. Bruce, you've done well. Step aside. Well, flutter aside, please. And she'll draw an arrow, and right over top of like Krisanna's head, just fire at the spider as
Sure.
it descends. Let's see. That's going to be a hit.
Cool.
10 under 14. I'm using a longbow. Its default damage is 2d6, but I have agility damage bonus of also a d6.
So
So, it's just
3d6?
3d6.
Nice.
Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. And that is 10 points of
Oh, wow.
damage. So
That
10
is
to hit, 10
One
damage.
hell of a hit. Nice.
And if it matters, I don't think it matters. It's piercing. I think that's only for like crits and things, right?
Yes, there's. Yeah, I would have to double check.
Like
but
the
yes.
optional damage
Yeah.
types, and then like
Yeah.
I don't think normally it does anything.
Yeah. Okay. Spider gets to go. No one's moved up into melee with the spider. I'm going to say Orla and Krisana. It was initially coming towards you, so I'm going to give a roll to see which one of you it comes after. I'm sorry,
mean
Baston
Baston?
and Krisana, yeah.
Yes.
Baston,
dare
you're
you.
1 to 2. Krisana, you're 3, 4. 3, 4. Krisana, it's going to close in on you. Dan, I want you to roll me a d6.
All right.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, this one here, it wouldn't come after you because it's going to target the biggest, strongest, which would be Baston, at least that it's aware of. And it spews slimy webs all over you, Baston. I need you to give me a mobility test.
All in your wolf fur.
Okay, I'm not bad at that.
Gander
no.
feel really bad that they're not the biggest and strongest.
No, I'm happy to
Still
be
fail.
like,
It's yeah.
I know the truth.
Yeah, so you are caught in the web. You cannot move, and breaking free is going to take a strength roll.
Okay.
And it's going to take an action.
Mm-hmm.
So on your next turn, you can try and break free. McCander.
I'm gonna move up to it and hit it with my axe.
Sure. Just there we go.
That's a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. You close in on it. Take your swing. Did you just roll 17 damage?
Yes, I did.
That's impressive. Do you get any bonus damage on that?
That is with the
That is
bonus
included?
damage.
Cool.
Yep.
Ooh. All right. Making me do math. I see how it is. At least Jeff gave me a nice, easy number.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I
You know,
appreciate that, man.
I get it, man. I understand. It's hard work being a GM.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll nothing but prime numbers for damage.
I don't like that.
Nothing's divisible. Yeah.
Nothing's
All right.
divisible.
Yeah. Heavy, hard hit on this thing. Spider's next turn. It gets 2 turns in initiative. Yeah, you just hit it, McCander, so it is going to... Oh, no. It, like a top, like an angry top, spins around in a hard circle with its spiny legs out. And it is going to deal damage to everyone within direct range, within 2
Dancing
meters.
spider.
So Baston, Krisana, and McCander, you're each going to take 4 damage.
Okay, what happens if you have armor?
So if you have armor, like Baston looking at yours, you got an armor rating of 2. 2 of that gets soaked, and then you'll take 2 damage after it.
I have 6. So
Does
I
it
don't think I
degrade
took
the
any.
armor or no?
There are rules for degrading equipment. I don't remember.
It's with parry, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it deals with.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think in this case it applies.
yeah. So I think if you parry,
You can get your shield broken
or your weapon gets a
Yeah, or your
bane.
weapon could get damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, your armor's fine. So yeah, it does 4 damage. If you got armor, subtract that. Krisana, I don't think you have armor, do you?
would we have been able to? I do actually, but
Okay.
would we have been able to parry or dodge?
Only if you still had an action.
Okay. So that takes if you attack, you can't parry or dodge.
Right.
They turn around. Yep.
This is a little more simplified than some of the other games where parry and dodge are full actions. Yeah.
And normally you can't parry monster attacks unless it's a certain type.
Yeah, you can dodge monster attacks and you can parry some, but the turn passes on to Eoden.
I watched this thing spit out spew webbing from
Yep.
its puckered anus, And as an old man, I understand there's usually a bit of dripping left over.
Yes.
What I would like to do is use my ignite trick to ignite that last bit of webbing still stuck dripping at the end.
Good God. Yes. Yes. That sounds like an amazing mess. I'm all for it. So you need a roll. Costs 1 willpower to use a trick.
Mm-hmm. All right, versus a 14. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let me. Where are some of my conditions?
Days.
I will take the dirty condition.
Nice.
I knew you get the
You are now dirty.
I get really up in there to try and do this.
A dirty old man. This checks out.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm just dirty.
Yeah, you light a little bit of the webbing, but it's still fresh and very wet. And it
I keep my finger right up in there.
Oh God. Oh God.
You've got now some spider goo in your beard. You got a little too close. Yeah.
It's right there.
Okay.
Oh, that's in your mouth now. Oh, it's in your mouth.
Next round of initiative. Now, Baston, you get to keep your 2.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone else, go back to that table and roll again. Okay, something broke because McCander and Chrisana both rolled 1 simultaneously.
We both rolled at the same time when we both wanted to be first.
So I'm gonna remove that, and Chrisana and McCander, you both have to roll again.
Now we're gonna get 9 and 10.
Oh, sure.
Archmaester, you got
There we
5. McCander got an 8.
Oh, just me got 9 then. Okay, it's fine.
Chrisana got Chrisana,
Oh, wow.
you've got 2 rolls.
I don't know why. Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll
guess
take the 4.
Jeff,
I got a 6.
you got a 6.
I was the first one to roll. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 4 was the first that came up, so I'm gonna leave that 4 there. I'll uncheck the 9. Spider got a 3. 7.
Since it rolled as me, can I trade my 4 for its 3?
No.
We're trying.
Yeah. I don't blame you. All right, so we go to the top of the initiative round. To the top. That means Baston, you still get to go first with your 2.
Baston will try and rip off the webbing.
Oh yeah, you gotta give me strength.
Yep. I make it.
Okay. Oh yeah, because your strength's
18
like
strength.
17 or 18. Yeah.
18.
So yeah, you use your action to break out of the webbing. Do you want to
You
move?
cannot contain Gaston.
Nice. All right. Spider's turn. I rolled a 3. Oh, so much. Yes. Oh God. Okay. So this is again. Oh no, this is gonna hit everyone but Orla. Everyone give me a mobility test. Except for you,
I
Orla.
like this spider. The spider really respects.
Yeah.
You know? I see you.
There you
And
go.
I feel
Yeah.
seen.
I failed.
Okay. The
Miss it by 1.
spider.
Yep.
What's that?
I miss it by 1. Yes.
The spider crunches down and like all his hairs, these bristles on it, and it just like flexes, and all these fine hairs go shooting out from all over its body, all over all of you.
Except for me.
Except for you. And those of you who failed are going to take 3 damage.
I hide behind Gaston again, I assume.
Yep.
I'm just like, take the web, take the hairs.
And from now on your turns, you'll have to make a con roll. As these hairs like lodge themselves into your lungs. So yeah, Krisana, it's your turn, and you are not breathing spider hair.
Not yet. There's always time to change that. I hope not.
Yeah,
It's time to stab,
sure.
I think. Since I threw a knife last time. That'll do.
Nice. Yeah, give me that damage.
Gonna trigger your backstab ability.
Can I do that at any time?
I will let you. You got to spend 3 willpower. But
It's whenever there's another player character within 2
Yeah.
meters of the
and
target.
there definitely is. So yeah, spend your willpower, and then you get to add an additional damage die from the weapon.
All right. Right. Willpower down. And so another D8 then?
Yep.
Plus a D6. There we go.
10. Nice. Easy number.
Pretty much average. But it's all
Okay,
right.
Yeah, you get a good backstab on it. Aoden, did you pass or fail your mobility test?
I failed.
Okay, you need to give me a contest.
Let me look at my con. If the page will load. Okay, versus an 11. That's fine.
Did you pass?
Well, I'm waiting to see. Of course I did.
Okay, you're good. You're
Is that
no
the first
longer...
time I've been penetrated in my lungs?
Oh, God. Yeah, you finished coughing up the spider hair. You're no longer under this effect, and take your turn as normal.
So rude. Well, then, suppose since I'm this close to him, I may as well give him the shaft.
Okay, you're going to move up to
Staff,
it.
that
Hit
is.
it with your staff.
Yes.
Okay. You got a 7. Your blunt weapons is a 10. That's a hit, man. You get
It
a
is.
D8 for damage.
It's more damaging than my spell.
Oh, God. Nice. 7 damage. That actually is enough.
I
You
get
run up
right up in there.
and you just get up in that spinneret and murder this spider. Combat is over. The spider is slain.
Nicely done, old man.
I believe you mean dirty old man.
Thank you.
Now
That
what?
was the most repulsive thing I've ever
Do
seen.
you any of the rest of us need to do that con save yet? Or that con roll?
Oh,
Take it
yeah,
off.
yeah. So Mikander and Baston, yeah, you each need to give me that con. Mikander, you're good. Baston, how'd you do?
What's con? I don't see.
Constitution up top, you got a 17, so you're good.
Horizontally across, right
Yeah.
above your skills.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, yeah, you two are fine then. Cough out the last bit of spider hair. Now,
That's disgusting.
Well, I think I'm going to be gathering some of this webbing.
sure. Spend some time wrapping up a ball of spider web to go with your guano.
So, Chrysanthemum, what'd you find about the door? Can we get in there?
Yeah, not right now. No, it's totally been ruined by the nail.
Oh, God.
Well, let's just see if there's
getting
another way through.
Rested.
There's a couple other hallways?
Yeah, there were the
both?
hallways right before this room going left and right.
There we go. Brought the torch down, get us some light in there.
Question:
Yeah.
do we go left or do we go right?
I mean,
Relative to how we entered, of course.
just always to the left.
There's wisdom in that, yes. Left we go. Right,
Uh,
I've often heard the right way is not the right way.
But we have also turned around, so which way is left and which way is right?
That's why I said relative to how we entered.
You put your hands in front of you and you see which one makes an L.
This way. Yeah.
Now, Orlef, you're leading the way.
Not for very long, but a little bit,
Yeah.
just to keep an eye out.
You're peering down the left, and you do see there's a few droplets of blood. And you can see it, some drops here and there. And they actually, you look, and it's down the left path, down the right path, and between them, if you want to give me a survival test, see if there's any additional information you
I
can
would love to.
glean from that.
Yes. I will, unfortunately, fail.
Okay, yeah.
Not be able to glean any additional information.
Yeah, there's blood. You don't know which way it came from. You don't know which way it went.
But both directions, it's hard to discern in which direction it's coming from and going. That's neither here nor there, because left, as Krisana has already said, is the wise path.
Sure. So,
After you, Bastion.
Best I will
Can't,
take the way. Yes.
sure.
Big, strong,
Take
strapping
a good sniff of
lads.
the air.
Yeah, if you're, trying to source things out like that. And actually, I won't make you do a roll here because immediately as you start moving down, you see a little more than halfway down this hallway. This hallway eventually turns towards the right, but about halfway down, you see the corpse of a dead goblin and these blood drips that Orla was pointing out. It looks like this goblin. It's blood.
How does it look like it died?
That would be a healing test to try and suss that out.
Healing. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Had a heart attack.
And I will give you a boon on this, so you can roll twice. Oh, you
Oh, look at that.
That doesn't
Okay.
need it.
you don't need it. You don't need it. Yeah, you move up, and it's at first you're not sure, and then you kind of roll the body over, and you see that its forehead is just completely caved in.
Crushing blow, or do I see like teeth marks like it's been?
Crushing blow, and you've seen this kind of wound before. This is like a morning star, like a ball with spikes on it, and you can see a lot of force hit this thing right in the forehead, caved its head in. You can see the spike injuries.
What weapon did the figure in chainmail have?
A sword, a very nice looking sword.
This one's been brained.
Does the
Point out the
braining
wound on the skull.
apparatus appear to be still here?
Looking around, smell.
So it does, and the drops of blood kind of gives it away. This is where it died, but this is not where it received this injury. Somehow it managed to make its way here from wherever the injury happened. And you're guessing this is where the trail of blood ends. It starts down the right hallway. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's anything initially that caused this. If you want to do a spot hidden roll,
I
you can
will.
confirm that.
I will. Nope.
Yeah, you don't. It seems fine. You don't see anything that would have caused this, but you're not entirely sure.
Forward. Carefully.
Yeah, you can easily move past the goblin corpse, and as you're doing so, if anyone else wants to look at it, feel free. Just let me know what you want to do.
Yeah. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what Baston tells you definitely tracks. It, something Morningstar something very strong clubbed this thing in the forehead, and just caved its head in. Somehow it got here, just basic goblin tatters and whatnot. You can see that it's got a crude dagger tucked into its belt that kind of matches the one that Chrysana found earlier.
Is it also poison?
It does look like it, yeah.
Nice. I'll gather up another poison dagger.
Sure.
So maybe I can just somehow fall down a flight of stairs and just have all of them stab into me at the bottom.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. But yeah, Baston, if you continue down this hallway, eventually towards the right, it opens up into another room. Since you don't have the torch, it's a little harder to see.
Sorry, I'll kind of come up behind you.
But it is a crypt, not a very nice looking crypt. It's very dark, damp. It's got this earth floor like everything else. There's dug out like burial niches on the walls, and like it's just dug out, not lined with stone or anything. There's broken bones, moldy rags, and shards of crushed pottery all over. At the far end of the room, you do see there's another passage forward.
Does it look like this was all recently disturbed? Like, is there still dust in the air from the just the dust on the floor or the dirt?
Yeah, I wanna test for that. I think specifically for that, scouting would be fine.
Yep, that's fine.
Old man, did you come along?
Jeremy, you're going the wrong way. The opposite, the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was busy
Jeremy's
trying.
I didn't even notice that. If I would have noticed that the old man got confused, in fact, I do notice it. Jeremy, give me a spot hidden test.
I was just my screen froze. I'm sorry.
Okay, if it was a legit tech issue, I'll let it slide.
No, it's fine. I'll do it. I'm a confused old man.
Yeah, you make it down quite a ways, and you see this very heavy blood spot on the ground with blood spray on the walls. Since you didn't see the goblin, you're not entirely sure what's going on. But you realize you're alone, and you kind of turn around and you look and you see that there is this long hallway, and you can see the light of Chrysana's torch up ahead. You can hear voices. And then, the voices of your companions, but you hear whispering in your ear, "Get out." And as you whip around, there is this gnarly looking, half ghost, half undead looking dude in this heavy armor. He takes you no, you pass. He does not take you by surprise. So
I'm going to pucker my cheeks and walk very quickly the other direction.
Gonna mall walk right on out of there.
Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative for me first?
Oh man, I just didn't know where to go. Oh
I think it
man.
fits.
It does. And you were making fun of me for the left.
You roll a 5. And this thing rolls a
What if it's
6.
like the little leeches that they came up with for kids?
Yeah.
Got to put one of those on them.
Okay, and the map tracked automatically. Aodan, you get a turn first. It doesn't catch you by surprise. Your initiative is... Hang on a second. Did I screw something up? I did. I'm still going to say you get to go first because I already said that.
Oh. Well then, there's only one thing fought. Going to roll against my elementalism.
Oh,
Because I'm going to cast a gust of wind. And I will say, piss off, ghost.
okay. So gust of wind. You get a dragon with that too. You summon a gust of wind. Small objects are hurled 2d6 meters away. All untethered creatures up to human size with the area of effect are pushed d3 meters per power level. I'm going to say, since you got the dragon, I'm going to go ahead and...
He's got options.
Yeah, Oh, there are options for...
I could basically
Yeah.
double the range, cast another spell, or just not spend willpower to do it.
Yeah, which one do
I
you
kind of
wanna
like the not spending willpower because it's just like, oh!
Sure. So I'm going to have you roll a d3. So if you want, you can roll d6, divide by 2, or just type in 1d3 on the roll command.
I'm lazy. I'm rolling that d6.
That'll be 2. You cast your spell, and it throws this thing back to the far end of this hallway. So that's your action. What do you want to do with your movement?
Look at me. Look at me. I'm going that way. You stay there.
Yeah.
I
Any
really
chance
didn't
we
mean to
hear
go
any
that
of
way.
this?
Let's
Dude, that was
see.
so clutch because they get a free attack. Like you'd have to roll mobility to not take an
Mhm.
attack
Yeah.
from them and everything, but you pushed him out of that range. That was so clutch.
That was good.
Good.
What is your movement? Your movement's 8. So yeah, you make it to the far end of the hallway. You look back and you don't see that dude anymore. And the rest of you would hear like, oh no, and like rapid running. Orla, you look back and you see Aodan running with a look of fear in his eyes right
Yeah.
towards you.
There you are. You were wondering where you'd wandered off to. Come. We found something.
Sometimes you can turn your hand this way.
There
And then
could
they
be
both do the L.
enemies up ahead. Quiet
All
there,
right,
old man.
listen, Buster.
This is a
Sometimes I
big-
get confused.
But back there, it's so big. And
Yes, I'm sure you are very frightened of the dark. Many
He's
shadows.
Seeing things again.
It's huge.
What did you see?
Yes, I'm sure it was.
What did you see?
It's just a giant shaft and a ball.
See, this Mikanda, why
Never mind.
exactly? Let's just move on. Nothing to see here. Just Ion doing his usual thing.
So, Meston, what were you in the middle?
Right. So I couldn't tell if the room had been recently disturbed or
Yes.
not. With the light behind me, just check out these niches. Stand like, spear length away and just kind of prod around in the niches to see if there's anything in there.
So yeah, kind of starting, like if you start on this wall, it does look like this is relatively recent. Someone has come in and just ripped apart the bones that were in here. Looks like, scouring, smashed the pots, looking for things. Have I had you to give me a spot hidden roll yet?
For the dust to find out if it was recently disturbed, you have.
How'd you do on that?
I failed it.
Okay. Yeah. Recent, I guess I kind of gave it away. It does look like they looted this room. But you don't see anything else in here that really jumps out at you.
Okay. In which case, after I'm satisfied, I'm going to head towards this back area.
Sure. And as you kind of step around the corner, you see another portcullis looking into that initial room from a different angle. Chrisana, give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, nope.
Nope.
That's
Okay.
not for me.
Sure.
But if it's all right, I might just go ahead and. No, I can't. Can I do that?
Your ability, your sneak attack.
No, not for spot hidden.
Yeah, no. You could push. Take a condition.
Let me see where those are at.
At the top of your sheet, underneath the attribute scores. And essentially what each one does is it's going to give you Bane disadvantage on any rolls with that attribute or any skill test tied to that attribute.
I guess I might go for dirty also and join the dirty old man.
You sure? Go ahead. You take
Start
dirty.
crawling around.
All right. Roll it. There we go. Much better.
As you're kind of moving up behind Veston, you trip, land in the dirt. You're covered. Your face is filthy. But you see next to you in this niche, there's a jumble of bones and old cloth. And you see, like, just kind of poking out from underneath of it, like a small foot, a green foot wearing ratty old shoes. And as you kind of land there in the dirt next to it, you see it very slowly, very carefully pull back, kind of like in under the bones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Try to get people's attention.
Yeah, you can all pick up Chrisana's strange cough look in her eyes.
You really shouldn't rub that in your eyes.
Doing one of these things.
As Chrisana's gesturing towards a pile of bones next to her.
Check it out.
Yeah.
How do you check it out?
Spear.
Okay.
Just kind of
I was
stir
gonna
everything
give it a
up with a
kick.
long spear.
Sure, yeah, you poke your spear in there, give it a move, and all of a sudden, as this goblin leaps out and is like trying to push itself further again, like into the niche, trying to like make itself small, very terrified. It's like, "God, don't do it! Don't do it! Please, I didn't do any! Oh, no!"
All right, Buster, you better start talking.
407 years ago, I don't know, what do you want me to say?
What are you doing down here?
Oh, we were stealing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Friend there in the hallway. And where'd the rest of them go?
They all ran away, but I got lost, and the
It
thing
happens.
came for me, and I had to hide.
Did you steal anything good yet?
Yeah,
You still have it?
I don't want to say.
I mean, if you say no, I'm not going to believe you. But if you say yes, you can just give it to
That
us.
sounds like a persuasion test there, Chrisana. And you're dirty, right?
I am. Yeah. So now I do bad at this.
Uh-huh.
Roll with disadvantage.
That's fine.
Burn.
I'm going to have no chance at this anyways.
Or you'll just
Doesn't
roll
matter.
two awesome
Already
rolls.
failed.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll again. You could still
Just
do
in
worse.
Oh.
The
Oh,
taunt.
man. You rolled a 1, which would have been critically awesome if you didn't have Bane. I ain't telling you shit. I don't have anything. Go take a bath.
Kendra would be like, I like your tone. You got anything? Oh,
Another persuasion test.
Can Orla help him out by firing an arrow at the guy's like feet?
Yes.
Try to give him like
you
boon or something with
certainly
that.
can. So doing that, McCander, you will have boon on this. Roll advantage.
All right.
Answer the mallard, or the next one's in your face.
That is a success for me.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. And McCander, as the arrow shoots over your head into the wall right above you, pulls out from like its ratty clothes and tosses to you a ring of keys. There's 3 keys on it, but one of them is broken, like it was twisted off.
Maybe in the other lock. Or one of
That's
these.
all I found. That's all I got.
He said you found valuable things.
Keys are valuable.
Only if you have a lock.
Yeah. There's lots of locks. Don't go down this one, though. And he points to the hallway that you were just looking down, Baston. That lock's broken.
Did you break
It's on
it?
the-
I mean, not on purpose.
But it was you. Okay.
Yeah.
You know it's down the other way.
Yeah. There's more. There's fancier places, fancier people buried over there. But that's where the thing attacked us and we all ran away. Well, I got
The
lost.
big spooky shadowy thing, right? Mm-hmm.
Right, giant shaft with the balls.
Yeah, with the big ball.
Well, if more than one has seen it, we have to expect that it's real.
I suppose
We can
that's
take it.
true. However, it's a goblin and a senile old dirty man. Not the most reliable of testimony, but yes, I suppose you're right, Baston.
Yeah.
You're saying that you still want to check this door?
I mean, just to be sure.
Sure. So yeah, Krasana, I won't even make you roll. If you move up to it, you look at the lock, you can see that there's been a key twisted off in the lock, and it is jammed in there. Something.
Well,
feels-
Gee, no finesse.
Perhaps we go to the other side. It looks as though, yes, Goblin, these keys are valuable, but you do realize that not every key fits every lock. You have to match them up appropriately, or this is what happens.
Yeah. Why don't each of you, as you're having this conversation, go ahead and roll me a survival test. Oh, I guess scouting. Do scouting.
Oh man,
Did the same.
I'm
so
batted.
much different.
I don't know that any of us passed. Oh, there's
Ah!
a good one.
Ha ha!
The old man.
Okay.
But
so,
we won't believe him, so yeah.
You sons of bitches!
Mentioned this before, but Prasanna and I are daughters. Shh, old man, cataracts, clean your eyes out.
So you notice Baston, Aoden, drifting in through the corner behind everyone as they're having this conversation. This ghostly white, ghost. They all don't notice it. They're too busy talking with this goblin. But you do notice, and you see it before it does anything. What do you do?
I told your friend I walked away and I held my word. No, you just be polite.
It's the rest of you would hear.
turn and look.
Yeah, you see it. There's this really just super scary looking ghost coming through the wall.
Is it? What does it look like? Is it just in rags or?
Rags, skeleton, little bits of flesh. Let me see here. Make sure there's no extra rolls I need you to do. Yeah, everyone who sees this. First things first, I need you to give me a will roll to resist fear.
Oh boy.
That is a success for me.
Oh my!
Hit it right on. So I don't know
Yep,
if
you're good.
equal.
Have to hit at or under.
What is this? What's this targeting?
This is
Oh.
will for fear, as you're seeing this thing catching you all off guard.
I still made it.
So those of you who do not succeed, give me a d6 roll.
Two for Orla.
All right. So Orla, you just take the scared condition. Aiden, you failed as well.
I think did he make it or did he tie?
Jeremy, how'd you do?
I made it.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
19 will.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So Orla, you take the scared condition. Let's go ahead and hop into initiative.
Oh no.
Don't click at the same time as me, Danny.
Candor got a 9.
No promises. No.
Orla got a 7. Dawn, you got a 10. Krisana got a 3. Aoden got a 6. All right, I need to roll twice. Goblin got a 2.
Oh no.
And the ghost got a 4. Yeah, the goblin did great. Sees this thing. Gets up. And it's going to use dash, so it's going to move. And just runs away.
Fair.
Krisana, what do you got?
To go get killed by the bats, presumably.
Yeah. Dan, what are you going to do? It's your turn.
I don't really know much about ghosts, I don't think. I don't know.
If someone wanted to do a learning test, you could.
Yes.
Well, learning's not really my forte, but
I know nothing.
would we have to do that on our turns, I assume? Or?
It's fine. So, Aoden, you would be able to call out mortal weapons won't harm it.
Oh, I'm useless then.
Okay. Don't do anything then?
Maybe just move away from it.
Sure. Yeah. Take your movement. As the ghost stands there in the corner and just lets out this ungodly shriek, you all brace yourselves, but other than it being very loud, nothing happens. And then it fades back through the wall.
That's what I'm saying. Get out of here. Just like I told you. I did that.
You did that. It was amazing.
Could we try to jack to it next time?
There's no talking to it. Completely unreasonable. I saw it in its eyes.
The same one that you saw before?
No.
Okay. Now what?
Other way.
Other way!
Sure. Yeah, you all turn, you head back. Aiden, you can easily point out where the strange blood splatterings are and where you saw the other thing, and you've spell farted at it and it disappeared.
It's probably going to be waiting for us. I have an idea. I have
Stun,
gathered up a great bit of guano, wrapped it up around in these spiderwebs. If somebody's willing to roll that in front of them down the hallway.
I'm already dirty.
Baston, do you want me to go first this time? You can stab at it over my shoulder.
Sure. This filth is getting on my nerves. I oil my beard again with some perfume. It's
Does your wolfkin have like a handlebar
He
mustache?
does. He absolutely does. He's like, oh,
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
Okay, so who's leading the way down this other hall?
Makander is.
Okay, Makander, go ahead and move your token way over there.
There.
We're not in initiative at the moment, so you all move down, and I'll go ahead and start talking as you reach there. As you make it down the other side, it turns to the left and opens up into another room. This room, unlike the other one, it's a lot nicer. This dark chamber, once again, still this packed dirt floor. There's 7 sarcophagi of stone that line the walls, and several of them are open, and there's 2 skeletons that have been thrown to the ground. Kind of looking towards the back of the room, you can see that there's a passageway on the far end that heads kind of back towards the center. You're guessing towards that chamber you saw with the dead lady at a setting at the end of a table.
Well, I seem to recall that we came here to steal, so I might do like a spot hidden.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna look to see if there's any names in any of this.
Do a learning test.
That is a pass.
That's a big old no.
Let's see. You find, kind of looking through these, if you search, you can see that other than, there's 7 altogether, 2 have been opened, but the other 5, look inside, all of them like child-sized skeletons inside with this very old, kind of moldy, tattered ceremonial garbs, all like mummified skeletons at this point. But each one of them wears a gilded silver headband and has a jeweled ring. So those could be worth a decent amount.
Oh, well. Found something. Yeah.
Makander is gonna. Actually, Makander is going to go and try to pick up the bones and the skeletons and try to put them back in
Sure, yeah.
the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
And
Hold on, let
just
me loot them first.
terribly sorry to whatever ancestors these are. Not us. But could we maybe take your things? No offense, but they're not doing anybody any good here.
Yeah, they don't answer. All right, so what's going on next?
I guess we're opening a door.
Sure, you move to there. You can see a hallway continuing down to another portcullis. Makander and Krisanna, as you're kind of leading the way, go ahead and give me a mobility test.
Has anyone checked the bones for keys? Someone must have been able to open these iron.
We have keys already.
Yeah, you got
Goblin
keys
gave
off
us
the
two
goblin.
here.
Yeah.
That is a fail for Makander.
let's see. I might use my dodging an attack. I guess that depends on whether this is dodging an attack or not. But
As you two are moving up, you realize you've stepped on a false piece of floor that gives away to a spiked pit underneath.
Ah,
Um,
quack!
so, Chrisana, did you pass your mobility?
I sure did not. So I may go ahead and push another ability here and
Sure.
try to avoid taking some more damage. I will think I'll go with Scared.
Sure. You take Scared. You can go ahead and push that.
Mobility pass now, just
Okay.
barely.
So, Makander, you take 8 damage. Chrisana, you only take 4 as you both fall.
Yeah.
It's not a very deep pit, maybe like 4 feet. But the rest of you see them just drop through a section of floor onto some.
Orla will hurry up to the edge, look down. Quit fooling around. Give me your hand.
I assume I'm just on top of him, and that's why I took only half damage now.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Orla giving you hand, it makes it easy enough to get out of this that I won't make you roll anything. But yeah, you pulled out, and you do see at the end of this hallway another, portcullis looking into that same room.
Well, now I'm concerned that there's more spike holes.
You could do a
Yeah,
spot
look for
hidden to search the area ahead of you for traps.
Yeah. That'll do.
Yeah. You lead the way very carefully, checking it out. No more traps. You make it to the portcullis. And this portcullis doesn't seem quite as rusted or beat up as the other two that you've come across.
All right. I guess I'll try the keys, but not too rough.
Yeah, you do. And it turns and the portcullis swings open.
All right. Someone else. I might, if I can, try and kind of look for immediate traps, but
Just give me.
Make-
You're not entering, so give me another spot hidden, this time with Bane.
okay.
Makander will just walk right in.
Sure.
Take a look around the room. I'll roll spot hidden.
I'll get it though.
Okay. Chrisana peering in, though. You don't see any signs of any other traps, and Makander, you don't either. But Makander, as you start entering the room, this dead woman at the end of the table picks her head up and looks at you.
Oh,
And starts speaking at you in a language that you don't understand. It's got these empty eye sockets.
Listen, lady. I don't understand you. We're just doing our thing. You probably this is your last job. We can do this the easy way. We could just maybe you give us the stuff. You're not really using it, then we'll just be out of your hair.
Good, sure.
I don't know.
She's still speaking to you in this strange language that you don't pick up. If anyone feels like their
old man?
character, yeah, old man. If you want to give a learning test,
It's not, it's not polite to speak. Do you speak common? Hey, you. You roll that d20. Oh, good to burr.
those were sounds. Yeah, you missed it by 1, man.
I think I trip and I bonk my head.
Think harder, old man. Come on. As I
What's the
shake him a little bit.
What's the agility one for pushing yourself?
Exhausted.
I come in there rushing to try and listen and I trip and oh god damn it! Do I know it? I know it. I do. Ah, man, I know it. Yeah.
It's one of the ancient dragon tongues that she's speaking. You're not super familiar with it. The dialect is a little weird.
Make her like a high.
But you pick out enough that she's actually giving you a warning. Essentially, it's leave now while you still can. And she's rambling on something about dragons and the emperor and facing his wrath, but it's situated like leave now while you can.
Dragons, emperor, go now while you can. Have you considered, my fair lady, that there are terrible looters that are coming here, and I'm sure you're trying to safeguard this place, but such fine antiquities, relics of the past, they deserve to be in a museum, not here where some random goblin could just stumble upon them.
You're in a swamp. You're gonna think.
She's same thing. She's telling you to leave.
These ghosts are entirely unreasonable.
Is it more of a threat or a warning? Does it seems like she is going to do something foul to us, or is she more trying to warn us, perhaps, about some of these other shadows and ghosts that you've seen, old man?
It's gonna come across as a threat.
Column A, column B.
See,
There's probably more terrible things to be seen beyond her.
So yeah, in this room you can see the other two portcullis that you weren't able to get through, but behind her is another one of these oak doors, and it's got that same silver crown symbol on it that you saw in the initial oak doors that you came through.
Goes after us. We go for the door.
What's that?
I bet she goes after us if we go for the door.
well, why don't you find out, McCander?
Well, she
You
does
just
have a
sit around
fancy
here
sword.
doing nothing.
He walks over to the door.
I
Take
will back you up. I will be right behind you with my
Attaboy.
spear.
Sure.
I will
Take
be
the sword
approximately
first.
20 meters away, ready to shoot an arrow.
I'm
Oh
moving
yeah,
you over there.
I do want that
Bastan.
sword. I do walk up to the door, and then Kasana is
Well,
like,
she's
"Yo,
holding
don't
the
forget
sword, isn't she?
She's got a sword laying across her lap. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like it's just sitting there. Like you have to take it from her.
If you
Don't
take
go to the door just yet, McKendra. Go to the opposite side of the room.
All right.
I will
I'll
summon
trust you,
forth
man.
a gust of wind. Because it's just sitting in her lap. She's not holding it yet. Ha ha!
Okay. Spend your willpower. Cast your spell.
say if we take it away from her, then she can't hold it to stab us.
Doesn't that also move people?
Did you pass? I don't think you did.
No. As right as McKenna reminds me, oh shit. Sorry. Oh, I forgot for a moment.
So McCander, she was watching you very intensely as you were walking towards the door, but as you kind of stopped and move around to the other side of the room, she's not watching you as intensely. She's kind of looking.
Oh, she doesn't want me to go through that door.
What do y'all do? Do you try for the door or the sword, or you just pack up and go home?
I'm pretty sure she'll just attack us if we open the door. So,
Well,
should we just
open the
do it
door
now?
and find out. Yes. Quit beating around the bush.
That cost extra.
It does. Yes, it does.
You really are a dirty old man in just like every sense of the word.
I am.
Okay.
My
well,
name means
I'm gonna-
fire.
McAndrew's
my
going to walk
crotch.
up and try to.
as
try
soon
to-
as you touch the
yep.
door, she leaps up to attack. Let's roll initiative.
All right.
This is why I said to take the sword first.
You could
I
have done it.
tried.
You could have
Could've
walked
done it.
up and taken it.
I don't want it.
All right. Baston, you got a 2. That's
I can't use it.
Makander got a 9. Orla.
4.
9. Orla got a 4. That's a 10 for the Archmeister. And Chrysana got an 8. Okay. Baston, she stands up, so Makander's over here by the door again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can run
Spear
up.
to the neck.
Spear, go for it.
No, I miss it by 1. I don't want to miss it by 1.
You wanna push?
So
Take a
I will
condition.
push.
Give it a push.
Conditions aren't listed on here. What's angry do? Like?
Angry. The big thing it is whatever attribute that's under, it's going to affect that. So any skills tied to that. And the rest, it's just kind of role playing.
I'll take angry, and it just lets me re-roll, nothing else.
You re-roll, you take the condition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take the condition angry. Oh, jeez. Actually, that's right on. That hits it.
That's all you need.
Okay, and so it says long spear is 2d8. Is there anything else added to that?
Yeah, along the kind
Critic.
of along the top, right underneath the conditions, you've got damage bonus strength.
dice.
So
Okay, 2d8 plus 4.
no, it would be a 2d8. Your spears use strength, so it would be a 2d8 plus d6.
Oh, I see. I see it. Okay, so 2d8 and a d6.
Yeah.
Boom. Minimal damage. 7
7.
points.
Okay.
And I will spend a will to keep that initiative card.
Nice. Okay. Orla.
Did it look like his attack seemed to have an effect on her?
Yeah, she does have like an actual like physical form. So yeah, it hit. You can
Well
see,
then.
you know, she's got this very nice kind of chainmail on. Actually, I didn't count for her chainmail.
Oh dear.
Uh,
So she's not ghostly like the
No.
other spectre. Let's see.
no.
Well, I am sorry to have to do this to her, but she threatened us in a language I don't understand, and we're relying on an old dirty man to translate for us, so clearly that's probably what happened. So I will fire and back up my friend Baston.
Sure.
Right. I will also decide to push. I will take... I'll take dazed.
Sure.
As strength is not my forte.
Sure.
As I go to pull the bow back, the first attempt to sort of the bowstring snaps me in the back, and I get a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Yell at it, Bruce, what are you doing back there? And then I'll fire again. That
yeah.
will hit.
There you go.
That'll be 3d6, as we established before. 13 points of
Nice.
damage.
Okay. That is a
That is
solid
my
hit.
turn.
It is now her turn, and she gets 2 turns in a row. Makander, she's still about you trying to get to that door.
Mhm.
But we'll see what the attack comes out as. She looks at you, her face twists in this hideous grimace, and she lets out this just this shriek. This is going to affect everyone. So I need you all to roll will to resist fear.
All right, I'm gonna push that if I can,
You can.
and I will take the angry condition.
Sure.
Yes.
Who?
I'm going to push it as well. I'm going to take dirty as I do a pratfall and fall into a bunch of cobwebs. I hit a corpse. The dust goes everywhere.
You, screw you, Fear.
Orla.
Chuck, I got demoned because I am already
Oh my gosh, and I
scared.
still fail.
So I rolled a 20.
Ouch.
Yes, I'm quite afraid of ghosts. You know, my sister is one.
That's great. Yeah, give me a D8 this time.
A D8. Oh dear, I don't like the sound of that at all. That's a 6.
Ooh, rage. Your fear turns into anger. You're forced to attack its source on your next turn in melee combat if possible. You're also going to pick up the angry condition.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. I will attack Ion. Is that his name? Ion? That's how Jeremy pronounces it. I
Aeon, yes.
presume.
It's
Yeah.
fire.
It specifically says the source of your fear.
Yes, I'm quite afraid of this dirty old man. He said some very awful things.
All right, and she takes her second turn.
That's fair.
This is going for you, McCander.
Sure.
As she grabs a hold of you, and you feel this icy coldness just flow from her body into you.
Okay.
Armor's going to have no effect here.
All right.
You have not had your turn yet, so if you want to try and dodge this, you can. I would like to point out that since you are wearing heavier armor,
Mobility tests.
mobility and then dodging is mobility based.
Yep. And I get a bane on that. So
Yeah,
I'm
if you want
I'm
to.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
see.
You are going to take the scared condition.
All right.
In addition to, oh, it's only 3 damage, but your armor doesn't do any good here, so it's 3 direct damage. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
Krisanna, you're up.
It's time to stab in the back.
Sure. You can use your willpower to hit off that sneak attack.
Or not.
Okay. Do you want to push?
I'm starting to run out of attributes I can push with.
Okay. That's fair.
So let's, because why not? We'll take dazed.
Sure.
And it did not help. Oh, no, it did.
You
Sorry.
got 4. Yeah, that's a hit. Give me some damage.
For a minute there, I thought I rolled the same thing again. I was like, no.
Oh, wow. Fuck,
Good,
dude.
good damage.
Nice.
You stab her right in the base of the head, and she just collapses.
I assume I just fall on top of her and knock myself on the ground.
Yeah. She is defeated. McCander, it's your turn.
I'm gonna grab that sword.
Sure, yeah. This sword, just list it or, keep note of it as it's a bastard sword. There's 8. It looks amazing, set with jewels. It is one-handed and it requires 13 strength to wield. Damage is 2d8. Durability is 15, and it has slashing and piercing. I'll just go ahead and I'll drop that here on the table chat.
Okay, it was good that we didn't get stabbed by it.
Yeah, so there's the stats for that, so you have reference.
I got it. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you grab the sword. Aiden?
I'm going to examine its body to make sure there's no components that perhaps are what are keeping it animated, since it had a corporeal form.
Yeah, give me a learning test.
Oh,
Yeah. Jeremy, go to your room.
Stop.
You get confused by
Oh, man,
the
stop
very
touching the-
shiny chainmail that she's wearing, which is still in amazing condition. So if someone wants some very high quality chainmail, you can take it.
Get Ray there, Chuck.
Oh, snap. Oh, Laugh Love Lindy. Lindy, thank you for the raid. Fantastic to see you as always. So yeah, there's the stats on the armor. We're playing DragonBane, which is the new game Free League Publishing is kickstarting right now. Enjoying the system. It's fun. Nice.
Well, if nobody else wants it and it will fit,
By all means, Baston.
it does glisten so.
It gives penalty to sneaking rolls. Is not for me.
Yeah. It does give a penalty to mobility. So yeah, if you want to take that, Baston, you certainly can. But you know, I'm not moving us out of initiative. Baston, did you use your ability last turn to keep?
I did.
So everyone but Baston, go ahead and re-roll initiative for me.
I think I've got a 9 for initiative the last 3.
Yeah, you're not
3
doing
times.
so great, man.
No. It's all the plate. Very heavy.
Orla, you got a 10. Nice. McCander got a 9. Where you got McCander? There you go. It's in. Krisana, you got an 8. Oh, am I missing? Aiden, what'd you get?
I got a 1, but I don't know what's going on.
That's fine. That's fine. Because I'm just going to give this as she falls, stepping through the portcullis on the opposite side of the room is this big, scary, ghostly night dude that showed up before Aoden.
I'm
Quiet,
going.
old man. We have a new danger to face. What's wrong with you?
Light it up.
That's what I told
Sturdy
you.
your spine. God.
I'm
We're no
going
longer
to.
facing your shadows. This is an actual monster now.
Fine. I will grasp my shaft tightly, shake it firmly, and send forth great spewing balls of fire. I'll spend
There it is.
6 willpower points to do 3 fireballs at him.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your spell.
No,
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Uh,
I deserve it. Do I just erupt? Can I just light this horrible old man on fire?
No, sadly. So in this game, it's a roll under based game. So, you know, you take your tribute or skill or whatever, you try to roll at or under it with a d20. If you roll a natural 20, it's called rolling a demon, which is very bad. Luckily for you, you just really fail the spell. You spend all the willpower, but you don't get a chance to push it or anything. You're just stuck with that fail.
This happens to lots of wizards.
Baston?
He makes the same face when he's constipated.
It's never happened to me before.
Don't know that I can affect it, but I will try a spear.
Sure.
Well, that certainly hits.
Do you charge up and do this in melee?
Well, I don't know how reach works in the game. I mean, if I
you're essentially you get like rather than being right up on it, you're one square back.
right, which is what I'll do.
Yeah, so like if you go there, that would give you your reach.
Yep. So should I roll damage or does it do nothing?
You don't need to roll damage. Your spear just passes harmlessly through it. It is its turn. It is going to come after. Ooh, Krisana, you're up there too. I'm going to roll a d6. Krisanna, it closes in on you, and it strikes at you with this, morning star, this spiked mace. Damn. This cannot be parried, or this can be parried. So if you haven't taken your turn yet, you can try and dodge or parry this.
I'm trying to think. Let me double check what I roll for that.
So parry would
Mobility.
be your knife skill, since that's the weapon you have at hand, and dodge would be mobility.
I might do hard to catch, because then I can use willpower to make my dodge a little bit better.
Sure, yeah, hard to catch. Spend 3 willpower. You can activate this ability when dodging, and you get a boon to your mobility. So roll twice. Take the better.
Oh. I don't want to get crushed to death already.
So you got a 7. I'm going to guess that passes. 2, yeah.
Yep.
You
Either way
dive
passes.
out of the way as this morning star strikes the ground where you were in this really strong overhand, and you can see it chip, like clobbers into this packed earth and just leaves this crater where it hit.
That was almost my brain.
It was. As its second turn, it kneels and gestures towards the ground, and a portal to the realm of the dead opens up. And one character within range, that's everyone, so I'm going to roll to see who it gets end on. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Orla's 1, Makander's 2, Krisanna's 3, Baston is 4, and Archmaester is 5. So I'm going to roll d6. 6 is a reroll. Makander, this realm, this portal opens up, and all of these wraiths come out, and they start attacking you, shouting out your name. This is a fear attack, so you automatically take the scared condition.
I already had it.
And yeah. Let's see here, because this is one of the rules that I'm not entirely clear on. Where's my table? It's down here. Okay. You need to give me a will roll at Bane.
Alrighty. Oh, I added them together. It'd be a 17, so that's a fail.
All right. Give me a D8. Six. Same thing as what Orla got. You are now enraged. Orla, your rage would have ended because she died. So yeah, you also take the angry condition.
I was already angry.
Yeah, and you now have to, on your next turn, try and melee fight the source of your fear.
I was going to
So
do
we're
that anyway.
both attacking Ion now?
Yeah. Krisanna, you're up.
I'll beat off both of you.
Can all ages show?
Oh my
I
gosh.
like you're just like quadrupling down on it.
Not sure if I want to get away from the monster or from Ion more.
Yeah.
I might try and fiddle with the door, since I don't think I can actually do anything to it.
Sure, yeah. If you want to, opening a door counts as a movement. And the door opens, and you look inside a small room with a sarcophagi sitting on a small, stage.
Can I check this room for traps?
So opening your door counts as a movement. I'll say you have Bane on this because you don't have not going to be in the room, but yes, you can.
I mean, I'm willing to. Oh, that's right. I can't move. So yeah, I just want to. I'll do that.
Yes.
Let me get the other one.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're not going to get better. Oh, you had Bane. That's right. 11.
Yeah.
I got excited. Okay. Is that 11 still a pass?
I got cheesed out of another one.
You see there's some kind of mechanism underneath the sarcophagi, some kind of trap tied to it.
All right. I was hoping there'd be something telling about how to get rid of this asshole in here, but
No. McAnder, you got to go fight this thing in the face.
I'm gonna go fight that guy.
Where are you at, McAnder?
I've got the I'm swinging the bastard sword though, because that was pretty much in my hand at the time.
Yes.
So
Go ahead.
all right. That's a hit.
Yeah, give me damage on this, because the sword does seem to bite in.
Ooh, that is happy.
Do you got any strength bonus damage?
That is with the strength bonus
Okay.
damage in. I just rolled poorly.
Okay, yeah. Oh, click on that. There we go. All right, Orla, you're up.
All right, so I've seen I saw a Bastion spear go right through it, right?
Correct.
All right. And I collected a bunch of guano at the beginning of this. Bruce and his family. I want to try to like cover some of my arrows with the guano and try to light them up before I fire. There's a torch right here, a sconce. I might not be able to do all this on this turn, so it's kind of up to you. If you want me to like
let me
some
check.
or whatever.
Because that sounds like a good idea, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what all that's gonna take.
Yeah, like I'm happy to do whatever you think.
Yeah,
It just feels like I think Orla, despite her utter anger with this old man, she's thinking about stabbing him.
Yeah.
But thinks better of it. Maybe.
All right. So
maybe this might work better than a regular arrow.
I'm going to say this is going to count as a use item, so it will take your action, but it will leave your movement available.
Okay, so can we just say I get like I put a couple arrows between my fingers and just like jam it into the guano and have them sort of ready for next time.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
All right, that is the end of the round. Baston, are you spinning? Oh,
I spent it, so I keep it through the whole combat.
Okay, Archmaester.
I go on a 10.
I had you down as a 1.
I thought we were on a new round.
Did you go at the beginning? You tried to cast wind at it. No. Take your turn.
You tried to cast the fireball.
Oh, yeah, your fireball.
You started with the fireball that
Yeah.
screwed up. Yeah. That's what started the round.
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
That's fine. We're going to reset initiative, and Baston, you get to keep your 2. Get that initiative track back corrected. All right, everyone go ahead and roll your initiative again. Archmaester, I'm going to have you re-roll because you rolled a 2, but 2's already taken.
It pushed me down.
I seriously get 9 again.
Okay. I wish I could trade my.
You know what? I'll tell you what, Archmaester. I can push you down to a 3 if you want.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I'll just click 3.
I wish this had an initiative swapping mechanism.
There might be in the full game.
I didn't see mine.
You can wait on your turn, but you can only, that just pushes you further down the initiative. So you can trade initiative cards with someone who's further down.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
I get to go 3 times.
All right, Krisanna. No, don't end combat. I want to go to the top of combat. There we go. Krisanna, you're up.
I have literally nothing useful to do in this combat, I don't think.
You could try and roll a learning test, see if you can figure something out.
We'll do that.
It will take your action. I guess
And
it's
I
16.
It's not enough.
Okay. Do you want to move into that room, or are you going to stay where you are?
I might move in the room just so that I can avoid potentially taking more threat than needed.
Sure. Baston, this thing's up in your grill.
So not knowing this will work or not, Baston reaches down and picks up that chainmail from the departed undead thing and basically just uses it to ram into the ghost.
Just picks up the corpse.
I'm not even going to. I'm not going to make you roll for this because I'll tell you it doesn't.
I know because you showed us the stats, but Baston didn't know that.
Yeah,
so he gave it a shot.
You run right
Just runs through
this
it
dude
and it hits the wall
behind him. Yeah. All right, Archmaster.
All right. I'm pushing through the confusion. I'm going to reverse my grip. You go left-handed. Try the stranger. And we're going to do another triple fireball.
Do you want to push that?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know what I want to take though. What's the strength one?
That is
Dazed.
yes.
I'm really training myself. Oh,
A bit woozy.
oh my god. I'm trying so hard, but I can't get it out.
This thing. Mechanic or Baston? I'm gonna roll a d4. 1 to 2, it's Baston. 3 to 4. Mechanic. Actually, I drew a 1d2. Just flip a coin. Baston, this thing turns around and makes a mighty strike at you from behind.
I hold the body up.
I'll allow it.
It doesn't have an act. Well, do you have an action left?
No,
No, he doesn't. So
it doesn't matter. The body didn't do anything
It's
anyway.
fun though. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you don't have an action, so you can't parry or dodge. So this is just gonna hit for 20 damage,
Oh my! I think I'm dead.
and it knocks you prone.
Well, I don't think the prone really matters.
Are you out of hit
Yeah.
points?
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially you'll start doing death saves at this point. Now, one of your friends could do, there's a couple things they could do. If they could try and get up to you and they could try to heal you, or they could try and rally you. They could use their, oh man, what does
Persuasion.
persuasion?
Or I think it's persuasion.
I'm gonna whisper from in the adjacent room. You've got this,
Yeah.
baby.
It's under
I like that.
damage.
Up, boy. Come on. Up.
Get up! And you can get up with like a D6 hit points.
Somebody
Yeah,
pull out a
well, they
bacon
can-
bit treat.
They can do a persuade
yeah, boy.
test, and if they rally you, you don't get hit points back.
Oh
which-
no, that's right.
and it's a free action to rally you that you can do once per round on your turn. And if they do, you get to keep acting as normal, but you still have to make the death saves.
Okay.
Orla, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to, because I'm right next to this torch with my guano-covered arrow.
They're on fire.
I will fire away, and I will look to. I will look towards the Archmaester, and I'll think. No, maybe later in his sleep, and then I will fire. I will push myself as this is. I see Baston down.
Yeah.
I'll take dirty. I did just cover myself in guano when I was
you
doing
did.
this, so I think that makes sense. And I'll try again, and I will miss.
Man.
Miss.
Flaming arrows.
My friend Baston is on the ground. I'm getting confused.
Our only people who can do anything are
Orla, were you going to try and
Just
rally?
wasted.
It's not my forte, but since it's a free action,
And it's a persuade, so I think you'll have Bane on that as well.
I will, because I just took dirty.
Yeah.
So I'll roll 2d20, and I need to roll 5 and under twice. So let's see.
You got a
You
3 and a
did. Wow.
So Orla will say, "Come on, boy. Come on. Up, up, up. That's a good boy. Come on."
All right. So, Baston, yeah, you're up. You can act normally on your turn. You still have to make these death saves.
Okay.
It is going to do its sweeping attack. All characters within 2 meters, so Makander and Baston. Makander, you have an action, so you could parry if you want. Baston, you do not. And this is going to be 2d6 damage to both of you.
Since I am raging, can I even attempt to parry?
It just says on your turn you have to attack. So
Okay.
parry would eat your action.
Yeah, parry or dodging would eat my.
I would say no.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
9 damage. Baston, you're still up. This does count as a failed death save.
Okay.
If you have armor, your armor will affect this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Makander of Half Bay.
All right, swinging away. That's a hit.
You're just swinging with your axe?
With the bastard sword.
Oh, yeah, the bastard sword. Forgot about that. Yeah, give me damage then, because that does something. Yeah. All right. Recorded. Cool.
All right.
We need it to do so much more than something.
Initiative. Again, give me a second before you roll to make sure the table's set. Yep, everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me. All right. Archmaester. Persona, you got
Finally,
10.
I got the initiative roll I deserve.
Archmaester got a 4. Orla got a 5. That's already in. Makander, you got a 1. Nice. And this thing, I rolled twice. 9 and a 3. All right. So, Makander, you're up.
All right. Let's keep swinging with the bastard sword. That's a hit.
Nice.
All right. 7's a hit.
Oh,
Only 5. Ouch.
that was terrible.
That's a brutal roll, man.
Yeah.
That was harsh.
Baston, first things first is you need to give me a Constitution.
Okay. So roll under my con.
Yeah, you make a Constitution. You got to roll at or under your con.
I do.
So you mark a success. So you now have 1 failure and 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much it's a race. First to 3 successes or 3 failures determines what happens to your character.
Right.
But you get to take your turn as normal.
Okay, so I want to take an action to look around the room to see if there's anything that I can see that might affect this thing.
Go ahead. I'll free action give you a learning test.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
So
you
you know what he does?
See anything good? Yeah.
Is there any is a torch laying somewhere?
There are
Is there
torches on the sconces nearby. Yeah.
I just grab a torch.
Yes. Grab a torch. This is going to be a blunt weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you'll be rolling against. So for your blunt, it's still 14 or less.
Oh, so I can go ahead and take an action with it?
Let me double check the rules.
saying probably not because I took a moment to look around and
Yeah,
I failed it
think
with
you're
a 20.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything. That torches is the closest
Yeah.
thing next
So
to me,
yeah,
so I just
you spend your
pulled it up.
turn grabbing the torch.
I do like that if you have items at hand, like that's an actual
Mhm.
thing in the
Yeah.
tree.
You should just pick up Makander and just hit him with
I
Makander.
like that idea.
It's not me.
With
Hold
sword.
that blade straight out and let me just bludgeon.
Arr.
Oh wow. Okay. Um. All right. Everyone except for Kursana. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just busy learning here, guys.
This is against the Archmaester as he points at you and roars, and it hurls you into the air.
Yes. Chef going,
Yes.
It throws you
yes.
back in this corner, so you're against the wall. You don't move far, but you do take 6 points of damage from this.
Oof.
And this
You dead?
cannot be dodged or parried. It does not knock you prone. Oh, you are prone. Okay. Yeah, it does knock you prone. But it's your turn. So you could use your movement to stand up, and then you've got an action to do whatever it is you're going to do.
I'm going to stand up. It doesn't want anything to do with my balls of fire, so I'll take my ball of guano and spiderwebs and I'll roll it underneath it. So just do a nice little granny roll.
I'll tell you what. You said before you had it at hand. You were ready to use it. You granny roll it underneath of him. I'll let it happen.
So
Orla.
Can I fire at that big thing with one of my lit up arrows?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So the big ball of guano is underneath this guy.
Yes.
It's time for me to pay attention to your balls there, Ion, as I will go ahead and take a shot at it.
Take your shot.
Go ahead and light those balls up.
Goodness
Jeremy looks so
gracious.
happy.
Great ball of fire.
That's a hit.
with 3.
I'm going to say it's going to take 2d6 from the fire damage, and I'll go and throw in your bonus agility damage. So roll that for me there, Jeff.
3d6 total. 9 points of damage.
Okay. Still up, engulfed in flames, very angry about this.
It was the old man, right there in the corner.
my ball got you.
He got you with his big stringy balls.
My
Right
ball.
there.
Her shaft.
Right there on the
Tied
ground.
together
right there.
forever.
Go right ahead.
This is going to be against Makander as he stares at you in the eyes, and this wheezing sound is heard from it. This is going to be a paralyzing poison attack.
Ooh.
So you're going to have to roll Constitution.
Right. I'm just checking what that is. I'm gonna push it.
Sure, you can. I also need to roll here against the poison.
Just trying to think of how.
Oh, actually, you don't need to push it because I fail. Oh, you fail. You fail more though. So yes, you do need to push it.
Okay. Fair.
I think.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Is it one of those like opposed things?
Let's see. It's an opposed roll, potency versus your constitution. If the poisons win, you suffer its full effect. If you win, you only suffer a limited effect.
Doesn't say if we both fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're gonna suffer the limited effect, and that's
So
gonna be
on page 8, if it
18?
says if your roll fails, your action fails as well, regardless of your opponent's
Oh,
roll.
okay.
But that's for us, though. I don't know if that's from a monster perspective, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to say it fails because I did fail and it very specifically calls it out. And even in the attack, it lists out the target for this potency on the poison. So, I might be wrong, but Krisanna, it's your turn.
Well, I guess I will continue to sit in my corner and think.
You can see that the lid on this sarcophagus it's setting in rubble around the sarcophagi if you want to look in.
I found a trap, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there something I need to do or can do about said trap?
You would need to give me another spot hidden. See what you can figure
Okay.
out.
Let's do it.
You
all right?
kind of peer into the sarcophagus and you can see that there's this old withered corpse in this armor. It looks like the dude that you're fighting out there. And he's got this really big ornate crown, like the symbol you've been seeing on the doors on his head. But you can see the crown is set on like a pressure plate. If you were to just take it, you feel very confident that this trap would pop off. To bypass it, you would have to Indiana Jones this thing and swap it out with something of equal weight.
Oh, well, I mean, there is like all this coffin stuff on the ground, you know.
Finding something of equal weight will require a scouting test, which you'll have to do on your next turn.
Dang. I got this in a minute, baby. You guys keep them busy.
Yeah, so that's initiative again. Baston, you get to keep your 2. Go ahead and roll again. Krisanna, you got a 6.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you got a 1. I'm sorry. Orla got a 3.
Wouldn't it be great?
Yep.
This works.
Looks like me and the mage tied.
Yes.
Roll again.
I'll let... Yeah, Archmaester, you're saying go ahead.
That's you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. All
We'll
right.
take that 7. So yeah.
I've got some internal bruising.
Fair.
10
My lungs are already punctured. You see.
and 8. Oh wow, this thing did bad. It's going last. Krisanna, you're up.
Time for that scouting roll.
Give me a scouting roll.
Oh my gosh, I tied.
That's good enough. You find a rock that's the same size. You're going to spend your turn moving around looking for it. So on your next turn, you'll give me a mobility test to swap it out.
Man, it's taking forever.
Baston, you're 1-1. Give me another contest.
Ah, crap. Sorry. Hold on.
We're half hour over. This should be wrapped up here in just a few, though.
That is good. Still under my con.
Okay, it's 2 successes versus 1 failure, and you can take your
Okay.
turn.
I'm gonna attack him with my torch.
Sure.
That hits.
All right. Give me a D6, and then if you
And
got any
then-
strength damage bonus,
yeah,
you can
so-
tie that in too.
2d6. So it actually does damage. Interesting. 8 points.
You hit it with the fire
Mhm.
as it screams and collapses in front of all of you in a pile of ash.
Woo!
Ugh.
It has
Boy.
been slain. So now all that's left is to get this loot. As Krisanna, I'm sure you would yell out, I've got loot. Give me that
Yeah.
mobility test.
I'm outside the room.
That's pass.
You claim the crown. And, we could wrap up. The crown has...
Come out of the room.
Yeah.
Look at me. You did all the hard work, everyone.
The crown's got some magical abilities. We'll get into that. It may be at some point, sometime. Who knows? But yeah, that's the end of the adventure.
That's fun.
You gather
Baston
the loot.
pulls
you
out his perfume and just dumps it on his face
Yeah.
and says, "I may die, but I will smell so good."
Someone should try to patch him up.
Orla will say to Bruce the bat, on our way out, can you get your family to just suck the old man dry, please?
Please, one last time before I go.
Persuade test.
Wait, before you do that, old man, can you touch the wolfkin and make him better?
No, it's fine.
Oh, I can.
Oh,
They used to call
No,
me
no
Dr.
chance.
Okay.
Feelgood.
Luckily, the
Sure,
old
don't
man
wanna
is
push that.
alive. You use your spell to get all of you out of there, and you head back to town with coin, or, jewelry you can sell. Really nice thing of
Magic
chainmail, new sword, this crown that would sell for a very good amount of money. And yeah, that's the wrap. That's the end of it. What'd y'all think?
Nice.
I
Yeah.
like
Fun.
it.
Sorry for so
Liked it.
many things.
I will keep my Kickstarter pledge.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. It was
But
fun.
I'm curious if there were any reasonable ways for my character to be effective,
What do you mean?
like fighting ghosts.
Fighting ghosts is tough. I mean,
Yeah.
the only person who
Yeah.
really had a chance was Eowyn because he had magic, and then Makander just because he grabbed the sword. The other thing was, rolling that learning test. I would have been able to tell you immediately that fire would absolutely hurt this.
Yeah.
But you all guessed at it anyway and got
Yeah.
your effect. So, you could have grabbed a torch or something and.
Yeah.
I'm definitely curious to see the full rules because, much like Forbidden Lands, you've got your talents and stuff. So I'm thinking that's what like abilities and stuff are. Is like there's like a a la carte selection that you might get for that. That'll be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice.
I'm almost thinking the attributes have to have some modifier tied to it, and then you're picking up skills to increase that somehow. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, we're way past time. Let's close up. Jeff, what you got happening?
Yeah. Twitch.tv/The Lollygaggers on Friday. We are playing Hunter the Reckoning, the new version 5. Saturday, we're playing some Wandering 2nd Edition. And this coming Monday, you can catch some of these folks as we're playing through some Hala, the Savage Worlds. Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. John, you got anything happening on Slices and Dices anytime soon?
Not for a couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. Bert, what you got happening?
This Friday is BX Dungeons and Dragons. Saturday is Cyberpunk Red. Sunday is Shadowrun, using the actual 2nd edition
Yeah.
Shadowrun
Get
system.
in there and make a character still.
Yeah. I still got to tell you what all your extra karma is that you can spend.
Yeah. Jeremy, you got a Patreon you want to tell us about?
Sure, yeah. Aaron Race on Patreon. You got 5e assets, comic books, art, tokens, good stuff.
Sorry, I'm trying to type in things and I'm failing terribly.
100% less dirty old man on that
There you go.
Patreon.
There's the Patreon link. Go check it out. Pick up cool stuff.
I the dirty old
90%
men.
less.
90% less dirty old man.
Here on Defenders of Cobalt, if you come back Friday night, we're going to be doing some Dungeon Crawl Classics, or Dead Sun campaign that the party manages to derail wildly every single session. John and Dan are in that. Saturday night on Grim and Perilous Plays, Jeff is reluctantly running us through Heart. Yeah, and then next Wednesday in this time slot, we're going to be back to our Thunder Rift using Fantasy Age. Yeah, that's what we got. I don't know. I ain't got shit else. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, my recording stopped. I'm out of disk space.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh
my.
no.
I'll just download
Uh-oh.
it. I've got a lot of videos on here that I need to clean out. So, I'll just pull it off Twitch.
Sometimes you just gotta unload.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Got only
It's a
three now,
multi-terabyte
so
external
you're good.
hard drive. Throw some bits his way so he can
Yeah.
get some more storage space.
All right, everyone. We'll catch you next time. If you haven't yet, go check out DragonBane on Kickstarter from Free League Publishing. I'm looking forward to it. I've got it backed.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems cool. All right, later, everyone. Deuces.